So life on board a cruise ship. Well, we visiting nice tourist destination and we operating with the strict rules and regulation that each team member need to follow every day. Starting from the environmental protocols, safety, security, health protocols that give us guidelines for the daily lives here working on board the cruise ship. So here in this video we will talk about some mistakes that can lead you directly to the employment termination, which is you will be fired when you do this mistake. So welcome to Indra MRD blog. My name is Indra and we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so number one mistake is fighting. So it's very important to control your anger here while working on the cruise ship. You will find this situation a lot on a daily basis when you're performing your duty every day. It is proven that you are involved in the physical fight, then security will be involved, evidence will be taken, and both team members will be terminated. Yeah, so it's very important. If you don't want to lose your job, stay away from the fight. Arguing is okay, but physical fight is zero tolerance. So another one, the zero tolerance, is the stealing or theft. So anything that is not belong to you, you don't take it, because when you take it, it's considered stealing or theft. A very common case that we have is when you found the lost and found item and you put in your pocket and you forget about it. Your action has been caught in the camera, even though you don't have intention to keep that item, but by your action putting that in your pocket, that considered theft or stealing already. So be careful with this. So if you found anything that is not belong to you, return it and don't keep it for yourself. And for sure 100% that you will be going home for that. There's a zero tolerance policy for theft or stealing. So don't do this mistake, and make sure if you find anything on the deck, return it to the lost and found counter. Okay, so another one is the sexual harassment. So it can be physical and it can be verbally harassment. So very careful with this, and most of the time cases directly you will be terminated. It could be harassment crew to crew or crew with guests. Especially minor guests, we need to be very careful as a crew member. So if you have a crush on board, or you have somebody that you like and you want to ask her or he to go out with, so be careful with this. If he or she say no already, that means no, so you don't go further than that, right? If you go more and more, it can be very uncomfortable for the person and it can file a complaint for the harassment. So when it's proven, then you will be going home, terminated, you will be get fired just because of that, right? So be mindful of your action, always think carefully, so avoid this mistake so you will not go home for this mistake. Okay, furthermore, what mistake that you can do and you will be fired for that mistake. So intoxicated or illegal drugs. Drink responsibly, know your limit, so make sure you are in compliance and you will not go to work drunk. And every company, I think they have a random drug test, and they will check also the alcohol residue that you have in your blood or in your body. So why is this very important, and why is this a zero tolerance policy? For example, we have Mr. A is a crew member working on board a cruise ship, and he has an emergency duty as a firefighter. When we have a fire emergency, so he is a number one responder. So just imagine that this person, Mr. A, went to the crew bar and get drunk. At the same time, we have a fire emergency down on the main laundry. So how he can be reacting to this situation properly? So the rest of the firefighter team will be compromised and gonna be very dangerous for the rest of the crew. So very important that every team member know their limit and drink responsibly. In case of emergency happen, every team member have a duty, they can perform the duty properly. And as you know, safety is number one priority here on board the cruise ship. Another thing is illegal drugs. Well, drug is illegal, so you don't bring any kind of drugs on board or try to smuggle any drugs on board, and that's going to be a big problem. Not only you will get fired, but you can be also in jail in the US, for example, or any part of the world that drug is illegal. And that's going to be the worst case, that you will be handed over to the local authorities, and it's going to be an investigation, and you will be in the jail for how long, who knows. And that's going to be very bad, and your family back home is waiting for you, and they don't even know what happened with you there when you are in jail. So think about it and don't do this stupid mistake.